Musicals don't always translate well. Not everyone understands how to tell a narrative of a bunch of people singing and dancing whilst living through their everyday lives. Just check out the terrible movies such as Mamma Mia or Moulin Rouge, even though there are those that are exceptions to the rule. So here are my top 5 favourite musicals of all time. Number 5, Little Shop of Horrors. The gem of a 1986 movie based on a musical, based on a movie, based on a musical rock horror comedy film, directed by Frank Oz. It is a film adaptation of the off-Broadway musical comedy of the same name by composer Alan Menken and writer Howard Ashman, about a nerdy florist worker who raises a vicious, raunchy plant that feeds on human blood. It stars an ever-elusive Rick Moranis and Steve Martin and has a slew of comedy alumni and celebrities and features a slew of memorable songs. The reason this movie is a number 5 on this list is the ending. The visual ending was dark and gritty and had the plant take over the world, but the studio decided against it as it didn't really test well with audiences. So they decided to give us an ending that could be interpreted to give us a sequel if the film was ever made profitable. Number 4, Chicago. Who had it coming? Oh yes, he had it coming. He had it coming for all to see. The 2002 movie, which is based on the 1975 musical of the same name, which is also based off a play off Broadway. The story centers around Roxy Hart, who is arrested for the murder of a salesman who lied and manipulated her. The rest is hilarity, and songs aplenty that are so memorable that would make any fan stand on stage and start singing, even if you have a voice like mine. Number 3, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. The 1975 musical comedy horror film directed by Jim Sharman and was centered around a young couple whose car breaks down and tries to phone for help in an old castle. The story then derails into mad scientists, death, and mutants. The original was a very critical and commercial failure, but the film garnered a cult following due to the midnight showings and an ever-growing fan base. The musical became timeless, a cult classic that could never be ignored. Number 2, Repo, the Genetic Opera. What do you get when you have the writers of Saw and the talents of Anthony Stewart Head? A soundtrack that is timeless and ever polarizing. Characters that are disgusting, that are savage at the same time, with an empathetic story of a father trying to protect his daughter from the truth, and an ever amazing soundtrack that would make fans of even the most skeptical. From my first viewing, I was hooked. It gave me the operatic tones of Once More with Feeling and the darkness of a horror movie that would make any fan of the Buffyverse squee with pleasure. Even Paris Hilton makes you forget about how annoying she is with her ever-elusive performance. Number 1, Labyrinth. This one brings me back with the recently departed David Bowie, a movie that was originally made for children but left adults singing like schoolgirls. A collaborative effort with George Lucas and Jim Henson. The movie centers around a 15-year-old Sarah Williams who rehearses a play in the park with her dog Merlin, but becomes distracted by a line she is unable to remember while being watched by a barn owl. Realizing she is late to babysit her baby brother Toby, she rushes home and is confronted by her stepmother Irene before she and her father Robert leave for dinner. Sarah has many toys and she has grown out of and realizes that Toby is a possession of her treasured teddy bear Lancelot. Frustrated by this and his constant crying, Sarah decides to wish Toby is taken away by the Goblin King. Jareth, a character in the play she is rehearsing, she is shocked when Toby disappears and the Goblin King confronts her and then transports her to his kingdom. He refuses to return the baby but gives Sarah 13 hours to solve his labyrinth and find him before Toby is turned into a goblin forever. The cult following amassed after a lukewarm reception and gave us a film look at Bowie's rather huge talents. If you hate musicals, this would be a film to start on, and hopefully it will help you change your mind. So that's it from me, folks, and I shall see you again hopefully in a couple of days for another video. I know it's been a while. I've been focusing on trying to get some long ass videos out. Remember to like, comment, subscribe and share this channel as always, and I shall see you soon for another top 5. See you then.